So in previous part, I told you how we created student insert, question insert methods. So we are done with Java Servlet. So our main project is focusing on web pages because using JSP we are using. So creating servlets is very important part because for the DB connection, and we have already created. So for the database connection, I will show you the what things you have to use here or which queries you are going to use. So you are seeing some queries here. So this is my some database credentials. For admin table, you need to create admin part here, this, which contains user ID and password. 2020, no need to specify more length. I'm using admin as a default part here. You can use some another methods because admin part is only in the database or system configuration. You cannot say that I want to become an admin, so create admin method or inside anything. You can use student method part, but no need to create some admin JSP, or you can say admin insert JSP here. So I'm inserting this and I'm specifying admin as a default passwords. Then student table for creating a student part which contains all the related things as a name, password and user ID. Then instruction table which contains instructions which is 35 length only, no need to specify more. Then question table which contains question, option A, option B, option C, option D and the answer. So we need to create some primary key. Why we need to create primary key? Because this should be unique and not null. Which part is should be unique and not null? You cannot specify instruction should not be unique always, or you cannot say that question is always a unique. For the examination purpose, it's unique, but it should not be unique as a word to word. So what is the unique thing here? Only username and admin table user ID. So I'm creating unique IDs. What I'm giving as a primary key. I'm assigning that part as a primary key with user ID and this. You can directly use these queries and you can execute inside your database. MySQL or Oracle, you can use these queries. So this is all about how we can set up our database. Once this is done, you are done with our database part. So we are now focused with only JSP part. So let us again move to our JSP part here only. So these things are done. Now, as I told you, where you have to create JSP part in the web pages. As we created admin login here, let me close all these things. Okay, admin login part. Now we are now focused with only JSP part. So we are done with this. So after this, we need to create one admin panel, which is admin panel JSP only. So let us create one admin panel here. So create a web page, new JSP, admin panel. I think you cannot see this is dialog box. The new dialog box will open and you have to specify the file name. I'm specifying as the admin panel here. Once this is done, delete this part because and I am deleting this part also. Okay, and I am going with this only as a comment. So let us see how I already created this admin panel. So let me use that part only. Okay, so now we are done with this admin panel. Remember what I'm using this. So this is page language Java. These are some default things you have to use. Again, these are some script I'm using Bootstrap and everything. So this is username, and if it's done, it will not show anything because no need to specify anything. If it's not done, it should specify that please log in as an admin to continue, as I told you in admin login JSP. Where it is, okay, this part, please log in as admin. So this is that part only. Again, I am specifying this, and welcome. What is printing? This is printing the username, which is specifying from that part, and it's Mercury only that's controlling, or you can say moving part in HTML. Then what is showing? It should show student list, instruction list, question list. Also, it will create some logout admin button. As I told you, we have already created controller for the logout admin button. So we need to create that part also. And question list contains values, add and update the question and everything part. So we are done with this. So let me tell you what is this part. So admin panel will contain some methods and which move or which provide some buttons to forward some another JSP part only. If it's not providing same part like this username is not default, or we can say admin not, it's not admin, it should print that admin, please log in as admin. If it's a admin, it will end this loop and it will go directly to this part and print this welcome and everything. And same, this is done, it should create some JSP part. I'm going to create student list JSP, instruction list JSP, which contains button and add and update. Then these are some default classes inside Bootstrap only. So this is all about these things. So now we can see how we can create student list. So let me copy this part because I'm going to create student list, and I'm going to create new, sorry, not this, create new and JSP. Let me create one JSP file here and I will click finish. So I will delete this part and require this, then also don't require this. I required only this comment only because it will specify what is this document for. So this is document for student list. So let me show you how we can create student list here. So student list is very simple. It's a little bit tricky, but it's very simple. So I'm importing this. What is this page.import and why I'm using this? So I want to import some libraries here, or you can say system default things. So in the JSP, you have to use this syntax. Import is for the importing, is equal to specify what is we are importing. OES model dot star, we are importing everything. Inside OES DB, I'm importing students and I'm importing array list here. You can specify dot star also, but I'm specifying only array list here. Now this is insert title here. I will change this, and which is basically student number, user ID and everything. You can mention it like this. Okay. And what I'm doing is here insert title here, I'm instead of this, I will print student list. That's it. So this will print the student list here. What is the SL number? You can create, which is basically sequence number. You can say S number, you can also print here S number, user ID, name of that student, password of that student. So as this is only showing for the admin purpose, it should get the password of that student also. So it will show the password. If you don't want to show the password, you can move that part also. So I'm printing in the table or tabular manner. So I'm using th and /th. You should know some default things inside this, and list of all students, update and delete button I'm going to create. So I'm fetching it as a student DAO array list. So always remember, if you are using Java, then inside this you have to this arrow marks and this percent marks. Enclosed with this, you are going to use this int and all these things. Then row is started for first column I plus plus, because I'm iterating that for loop again and again, 1 2 3 as usual. Then e dot get username, because I'm using e student e for that. And remember, this is advanced for loop inside Java, or for each loop you can say array list. E dot username, e dot get name, e dot password. For the update student JSP, now what is this? I'm going to create update student JSP file. So it will show me the href, which is basically links. You can create button also, but inside the table button is again taking too much time to css that part. So instead of this, I'm using href file, which is basically directly links to update student or delete student. Dot again e dot get name, e dot get username. So remember, admin has rights to add students, delete students, update student for that purpose. Then this button to add student, because I need to add some students here. So it will go to the admin student part. If I click here back to panel, it will give me the admin panel. So I'm going to create admin student part also. So now we are done with student list. Let us see how we can create instruction list, because we need to specify the instruction list also here. Let me create another JSP which contains instruction list. Finish. I'm deleting this because this is not more required part. Again, this I'm inside one only, and I'm deleting this part. Okay, so let us see how we can create instruction list here. Okay, that's it. So let us see what is instruction list here. I'm importing this again. Import instruction DEO, importing DB file, importing array list. So let me change this as a instruction list. That's it. Again, you can specify S number here. Then this is all things are related to HTML, which contains S number. Instruction operation is basically some adding part, updating part, or deleting. Again, I'm using array list. If update instruction JSP, I'm going to create another JSP file for front end part. It will update. If I want to delete, I can delete that part. So remember, what I'm going to use here again, add instruction part. For the add instruction, if I want to click back button, it should go me to the back button. Why I'm using this part? Because this is for the CSS, because it will show some, I want to specify some gap, so I'm specifying this as a gap here. So this is all about add instruction part. So admin panel contains all these things. So question list is also remaining here. Let us create one question list part also here. So let me create question list here, JSP. Finish. So let me remove this part again. Okay, and let me remove this part also. So let me use that question list again. Question list. Okay. So question list again, similar thing. I'm importing all the OES model related to this, then DB files for the database. I will again put here as a question list as a title. Then this is, and this is again S number. So it will show me the question, then question A, B, C, D options, correct answer, update and delete if you want to update that part or delete that part. I'm using this. So this is similar as a student list as we created using for loop. But remember, whenever you are using the logic related to the Java, you need to invoke that syntax, which is basically this star, and for the closing this and percent symbol, and that angular brackets here or triangular brackets here. Then update question and delete question JSP. If you want to add a question, you can add a question here. If you want to go to the back panel, you can go to the back panel. So this is all about how we can create some lists here. So this is the front end part of the student list, instruction list and question list. So in further videos, how we are going to create some exciting JSP files related to the update question, delete question, similar for update instruction, delete instruction, similar for update student and delete student part. Also, we need to create some add student JSP and different things. So in further tutorials, I will tell you how we can create that.